So if, like me, you're raised by a single mom and your father was absent, or maybe he was in the home but he just wasn't involved in your upbringing, then chances are that most of your dating advice has come from your mother and from the internet. And if you're watching this video, then it probably hasn't been working, hasn't been serving you very well. And so we're going to run through what the common advice that mothers give their sons is, and why it can actually be not very helpful and even damaging to your chances with women. And by the way, if you're serious about improving your dating life, then I've just released a dating mastery course that you can access. Use the link in the description. The first thing that moms often teach their sons is nurturing rather than masculine dynamics. So what do I mean by that? Your mother will probably teach you how to be a good listener, how to show empathy for a girl, and how to be sweet, kind, and caring towards her needs, right? Because that's kind of more of the feminine side of the equation, showing that care, being a good listener, showing empathy. But what they won't teach you is how to have those traits. And by the way, these traits are not inherently bad. It's just, how are you delivering them as a man? Do you have the masculine presence? Do you have the confidence? Do you have the stature? Do you have the body language? Do you have the tone of voice? Do you have the abundance mentality and the healthy boundaries in place through which you can be caring and loving towards a woman? Because if you don't, if you're just the sweet, kind, caring guy who will always listen to her and whose shoulder she can cry on, then you're just going to end up being a carpet for her. You're going to be that guy who's friend zoned. You're going to hear her talking about other guys and how they've disappointed her in the past. And you think that you're getting closer to her by listening because she'll understand what great of a guy you are. But what you don't know is that she's going to end up fucking those guys that she's complaining to you about anyway. And you're going to end up without a girl. And so that's warning number one. That's the first piece of advice that so many moms teach their sons, unfortunately. The second is, she won't teach you, or she won't emphasize enough, that you need to have boundaries. This is something that's often going to come from a man, because it's the men who have to deal with the shit cess from women, the attempts at disrespecting them, girls crossing their boundaries. And so your mother probably is either unaware that this is such an important part of dating, or just won't teach you how to shut down a girl and the importance of protecting your space and mental energy from her, because she might think that it's actually hurtful to the girl if you completely cut her off. And bro, the thing is, it's a necessary part of keeping your sanity as a young man dating. Because if a girl is infringing your boundaries, you must be willing to walk away, and you must be willing to set your expectations for the relationship very clearly for her to not infringe on them. And sometimes that can take a very harsh form. You might just withdraw your attention completely and blank a girl and cut her out from your life completely. And that's one of the best ways strategically that you can protect your space, is to do that. But then again, it's quite offensive and it's quite cold. And so your mother will, towards the girl, and so your mother might be discouraging of that behavior, even though you're her fucking son and she's supposed to have your best interest at heart, because she herself is a woman, and she would feel so hurt if a man withdrew his attention. Because as men, the only currency we have, the only way we can get back at a girl, is by withdrawing attention. That's what they hate the most. And so subconsciously she's going to think, well, I would hate it if a man withdrew his attention from me. And she's therefore not going to pass that lesson on to you, that you should be cold and sometimes just walk away from a woman. So that's the second thing you need to look out for. The third reason why your mom's dating advice might be misleading is because she wants to shelter you from the reality and doesn't want to expose you to it. Because, to be frank, the reality of dating is quite a tough pill to swallow. The truth is, bro, that a lot of these girls are not the innocent angels that you perceive them to be. There might be a girl that you think is 100% amazing, perfect. She's wife quality. She's so pure. And she might tell you that she's only had 1 or 2 guys in the past. She's probably slept with 8 or 9 in reality when she's saying that. And guess what? There was this one night where she went to the club with her girlfriends and she met 2 guys who fucked her the same night together. Or this one girl you've been going on walks for and thinking, oh, maybe she's too shy to kiss on the first date, so I'm going to wait, I'm going to give it time, I'm going to get to know her better before making a move. She was pounded in the back of some guy's car last week within the first few hours of meeting him, and he didn't even buy her a coffee. And so Like, please trust me on this. The deeper you go in this dating journey, the more experience you're going to get as a young man with women, you'll realize that this like blue pill mindset is complete bullshit. And this isn't to say like to shit on women, to say that they're wrong for behaving the way they do, but it's just the fact that you need to understand that this picture of like purity that you have in your mind just isn't the reality for 99% of women that you're going to meet. And your mother might either be ignorant of that fact, or she might be aware of it, but then like insidiously conceal it from you because she's so afraid of, she's got this dilemma of she doesn't want to hurt your feelings because you're her son, you're her baby boy, and she doesn't want to hurt you. But it's actually doing you more harm if you're not hearing the stuff. So this is why I'm telling you it, because you have to be aware. And finally, your mother just hasn't experienced dating as a man. So, you know that saying, if you want to learn how to catch fish, don't ask the fish, ask the fisherman. It's completely true in dating, because women genuinely do not know what they want. They think they know what they want, and they will tell you things. They'll say, I want a man who is sweet and kind. I want a man who is caring. I want a man who will always give me flowers. I want a man who is a good listener. I don't mind him having a little belly fat. And then they'll go and fuck the guy who has none of those things. What the hell is that? You know, so you, like, as bad as it sounds, bro, you can't trust what comes out of their mouth. You can trust the experience of men who've genuinely been with women and they have the results with women that you want. And you can trust your own experience. And that's really the best gauge. Like, the more you get yourself out there, this is why I advocate for exposure to more and more women, especially as a young man, because you'll just understand how female nature works. You'll understand what to look out for. Your instincts will develop, and then attracting women will just become second nature. So don't take your mom's words for granted when it comes to dating. So that's it for today. If you actually want like concrete advice from a guy who has been raised by a single mom, who's gone through the same shit you have on dating, then check out the course in the description. It's so cheap right now, like literally such a no-brainer, because it's got 8 years of my own experience going through this stuff. You also get access to a private community at the end of guys raised by single moms, raised without father figures, who are looking to improve themselves, transform their lives, and learn from each other. So if that sounds of interest, link in the description. I'll see you in the next video.